Okay, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a video, a really poorly shot video, but I'm going to do one. This is how I stretch one of these heads in these mountain style banjos. You already have the top put on. You get some hot water, not too hot. And this head's got a little nick in it right about there, so I got to make sure I don't have that nick in it. You kind of throw it over there. You take your tone hoop, force it down in there. Just like that, and then see these little wrinkles in the bottom. You're going to try to take that and pull them wrinkles out best you can. This is an impromptu video, so you're getting all the live action shots here, like Turtle Man used to say. Okay, let's see here. Put this down just a second. Keep the yanking on it there. And you're going to do this a few times. Okay, so I've got that pretty well straightened out. There's a little wrinkle there, but that's going to come out. Then I take this really carefully. We'll set this down here. Well, let me see if I can flip this. How do I flip the thing? Okay, so I've got those wrinkles pulled out. Now I'm going to real gingerly take this loose. Try to keep that head best I can right where it was. And then, dang, I was playing cowboys with this earlier. I'm just going to take my staple gun and run me a couple staples in here. All right, now then push it back down in there, and you've got that side stuck. And then you kind of, and you can tack this around the top, and you'll pull those staples. See, that way it'll be right where it needs to go. And then you can pull these ones after you get it tight. Just work your way around. You don't got to be in a real big hurry, but you don't want to go slow neither. You're just pulling it tight as you can. Don't staple your finger. Pull it tight as you can. You don't want to bust it. I've never busted one, but I know it can be done. A little wrinkle right here. Okay, so that's tacked in there, and it shouldn't move too awful much. So I should be able to go around and staple the fire out of this thing on the inside. Is what I like to do. This beats the heck out of driving tacks. I've seen a lot of people use tacks. This beats the heck out of using tacks. It's a lot quicker. Holds just fine. I'll try to figure out how to edit this. You just kind of, if they didn't go all the way in, you just kind of tap them in. Little hammer. Alright, put this back in there, and it should tighten right back up just the way it was. Alright, now I'm going to take my little snips here, and I'm going to pull all these staples that I had run in there earlier. If I can get them out. Well, held fire. Run them in there too good. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere with it. Tell you what you can do also. Well, you don't want to orient some of this out. Get your little handy trusty pocket knife here if you can't get underneath it with the pliers, and prop it up that way and then give it a yank. Whatever you got to do to get them out. If you don't want your head getting too dry on you, you got time. Like I say, it's not a major hurry, but it's, you got to be semi-quick about it. I'm going to go through and pop them all loose. I'm not switching back and forth a bunch. And if I had been thinking ahead of the game, I'd have had everything I needed right around me. You can watch this video, and then you can have everything you need right there next to you. Missed one. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Because the next thing you got to do is you take that back out of there. Let me go find my razor knife. Scalpel, doctor, scalpel. And then you just cut it inside there. Don't cut your hand. And you just trim her down. Make sure you don't cut below your staples, or the staple ain't gonna work. Okay. All right. Now put your tone ring back down in there. Try to get it in there good, not getting your folds messed up like I'm doing right now. Dang. Just do it ginger as you can. Alrighty. Righty-rooney. Now you're going to take your back. I've already got the holes drilled. I've already got them countersunk. And what I like to do is I take these clamps here and I clamp her down with it. A little bit at a time. I get 4 of them. I get 4 of these clamps. That way you can even pressure down across there. Try to keep it level as you can, flush as you can, whatever. Well, your holes are going to line up good. And that way it does your clamping. You can clamp and bring her down nice and pretty snug. That way your screws aren't doing a whole lot but holding it. These brass screws are not super duper stout. They will, I have broken many of them trying to get it down tight with the screw. And once you break one of these screws off in that hole, you're up a creek, you're in trouble. Okay, we got one in. Now, kind of clamp these down a little bit better. Over here. And maybe I'll figure out how I can fast forward through some of this if I figure out how to edit. Let's see if I can do it. There we go, that popped right back where I want. And you can use the screw gun if you want, but I don't know if you've ever seen one of these Stanley Hicks made, but I've never seen a video of Stanley Hicks using a screw gun. And then you can even add your clamp back here, not doing anything, just giving you a leg to stand on so it doesn't rock on you. And it would be nice if these were flathead screws, but my local hardware store had #2 Phillips head, and so that's what we're using. Because these are mountain banjos made by mountain people, right? Let's get a few over on this side. You want to make sure everything's pre-drilled. Like I said, these will not. Ooh, that's, again, is tight, tight, tight. Just like you want it. These screws will not do the work for you. They're just there to hold it. Brass screws are soft. You want to make sure you don't drill too deep, but you want to make sure you drill deep enough to where your screw's not doing any work. It's just going into a hole that's already there. They get really hot going down through there, even though it's pre-drilled and I'm just doing it with a screwdriver. They get real warm, and that causes them to lose strength. Little guy out of my way there. And I put 7 screws in, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nope, 8 screws. I looked at a picture of Stanley Hicks banjo, and he had 8 on the front. And so I just laid out my front like his, and then I brought my line in. I traced the line with a compass. Look here. It's a little proud. It's standing up a little bit proud of the head, but that's okay. That's all right there, but look how tight that is without even being dry at all yet. That's going to turn out to work. That's going to work out pretty good, I believe, for this banjo. So there you go. Here is the front and the back of this mountain banjo.